Hey guys, and welcome back to another edition of Katch. Yay! So this is my second video in this series, and I'm excited because I have some things that I want to show you guys and talk to you about, right? Yeah. Basically, I have a few hits, I have a few misses, so let's jump right into it. Trying to get my lighting A1. Don't mind this awful mess I have going on right here. I'm currently up to my eyeballs in makeup and I need to clean out my stuff. So I just did this look on Instagram. I did a live Instagram video, which by the way, that is gonna be my first catch or hit for this video. Instagram is on another level right now. I can't believe they did that. They totally took away, well, they didn't take away Snapchat because I still prefer Snapchat over Instagram stories, but they totally took over the whole Facebook Live and Periscope Live. I mean, I know Facebook owns Instagram now, but still, like, they did Periscope dirty. But anyway, I personally like it because Instagram is my biggest platform aside from YouTube subscribers, and it was so awesome. Like, I love going live. Because I feel like I get to interact more with my followers, subscribers, friends. So yeah, that was my first hit. So the first catch that I want to talk about, aside from the Instagram thing, because now we're going into makeup, is going to be I have fallen in love with a new palette for highlighting and contouring, especially with my clients. I treat my clients so good. I feel like I give them the best products and then I just use like the whatever products left over for myself. But I have tried this on myself, and that's actually the first time I tried it, and I wanted to see how well it was gonna work out on me before I actually applied it on a client, and it worked beautifully on me. So I'm so glad that I bought this because I was very iffy on getting it. But this, don't mind, it's kind of dirty already. This is the Mehron Celebre HD Pro Contour Highlight Palette. So Mehron is this company kind of similar to like Crayolan and to like Ben Nye. Like, they're kind of more focused and geared towards stage makeup. I don't like to call it that though, because I feel like it's kind of off-putting for people, but it's basically makeup, like, again, geared towards like artists, and you can do special effects with it and stuff like that. So, but they do have a line of regular beauty products. If you guys hear my dog barking, please disregard. I think my dad's making her upset or something. So at the makeup show in Dallas, me and my best friend kind of got sucked into, I don't want to say sucked into because I don't regret this purchase at all, but I feel like we got a little sucked into purchasing this product. The sales guy at the Mehron booth really like sold it to us. And basically these are their HD foundations, but they put a lot of range of colors in this palette to create a highlight and contour palette. And if you guys can see on camera, they look super wet, right? I know. That's what was off-putting to me because I'm oily, and I was like, great, these are gonna be so oily on me. But I'm not gonna lie, they're so creamy. I barely touched that. Barely. Like, let's see, I'm gonna do this one right here. Oh, so creamy. But look, if my nails are dirty, I'm sorry, but look how pigmented that is. And the funny thing is that I'm super oily, so when I applied this, well, one, since it's so creamy, it blended out like a dream, which I couldn't complain about. But once you set it, the formula is so thin that it doesn't cake on you. It makes your skin look like butter. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, when I first used it on myself, I was like, whoa, my skin looks so silky smooth. And then once I tried it on a client, I was just like, oh, like their skin just looked so smooth, creamy, but like in a good way, not like in a wet, oily way. I was just sold on it. So I've been using this. This has kind of replaced my Anastasia contour kits, the cream ones, but the colors are relatively warm. So if you don't like warm colors, I don't know if you'll like this. Like, if you're a fellow makeup artist or you want a kit for yourself, but I like it because I feel like there's enough shades for everyone. So this kind of replaced all three of my Anastasia kits. I mean, I still have them in my kit just in case, but I have not been able to put this one down. Next, we're gonna go into a foundation, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I am so glad I finally got my hands on this. I talked about this a little bit in my Instagram live video. If you're looking for a super long lasting foundation, you are oily like myself, or even if you're dry but you want to, like, you know, you moisturize a lot, I would think this would still be okay for you. But this is so full coverage. I have hair. This is so full coverage. It's so long wearing. I can't emphasize enough how long wearing, how full coverage this foundation is. It took me a while to get it because I really wanted to take my time when I was shopping for it, because it oxidizes so much, at least in my opinion. So when I had gone to swatch them at Ulta, I was like, I can't decide because I don't know like what color it will turn on my skin. I end up going with shade 1, and it seems to be a really good match for me. When I apply it, like when I first apply it and it's wet, it does look really, really light, but once it dries and sets, it seems to adjust to my skin tone. So definitely, if you're gonna go out and get this, you wanna make sure you swatch your arm or something and wait for it to dry to see its true color. But I used this for my graduation photos, and it worked so well. The cap from my cap and gown, it left an indentation in my skin, and I thought it was gonna do that to the foundation, and it didn't, and I was super impressed. So I'm gonna try this out like around my nose area to see if that actually doesn't happen with sunglasses. To me, that's like the ultimate test, because I have yet to find a concealer or foundation that can hold up or withstand the indentation of sunglass marks. Next is an item that's still fairly new to me, but I love it already because it's so perfect. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I don't really feel like I need to talk too much about this, because if you guys are into Too Faced as a brand, or if you're just into makeup in general, you probably already know that this was sold out everywhere like crazy. It was in such high demand, and so it took a while for me to get my hands on it, but once Too Faced finally released it again along with their whole other peach collection, I made sure I picked one of these up. This is the only item I have from the peach collection, but it's the only palette. It's the only thing that I really wanted and needed in my life. So yeah, this is like honestly the perfect palette. As you can tell, you have a great shade range. So you have your pastels, warms, neutrals, colorful, and you also have a mixture of mattes, satins, metallics, shimmery colors. So, and they're all pigmented, and it smells like peach candy. It really does. Honestly, this is just the coolest palette, and Too Faced nailed it when making this. I think they did an excellent job on creating it, and of course the formula is great. So those are all of my Katch. Those are my picks. Those are my favorites. Now to move on to some a little bit of disappointing products. So the first product that I am not that thrilled about, and I want to tell you guys, is to be careful when purchasing, is the e.l.f. beauty sponges. e.l.f. was kind enough to send me a PR package. This was included in it. I was very excited because I love finding dupes for the Beauty Blender, because I know the Beauty Blender? I really do want to say Booty Blender now after hearing Patrick Starr and Manny MUA say it. But after, like, you know, using the Beauty Blender, I know it can be pricey. I know not everyone wants to spend $24 on a piece of sponge. I get it. So the Real Technique ones I love. I've tried one from Sephora. I really like it. e.l.f. I wanted to like it, but I just don't. One, they're white. So this is one that I used once, and it's very dirty already, and I don't really think there's any soap in the world that will get it back to pure white. I mean, I appreciate the effort they put into creating all 3 sizes. As you can tell, look how white that's supposed to be, you know. But unfortunately, 1, I'm not fond that it's white, and 2, it's one of those very hard sponges. It's not squishy and soft like the Real Techniques one, which I think is the softest sponge I've ever used, nor the Beauty Blender, which is like the second softest. So it doesn't have a lot of, like, it doesn't give too much. So when you're, you know, blending out your foundation, it's very tough on your skin, and I just feel like I'm like bouncing a rubber ball on my face rather than a soft makeup sponge. So unfortunately, I'm not fond of these, and that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe you like stiffer sponges and the color is not like a problem for you, but for me, I like my sponges to be super soft because I just feel like they like blend out everything faster. And then last but not least, another product that I was really hoping would be like a very aha product or just something new that I would really enjoy, but I just kind of don't really like care for it. CoverFX came out with a translucent, well, they're actually like a setting powder, and this is their perfect setting powder. They have 2 shades, which that I do like. I like that they came out to cater to 2 different skin tones, or to like all ranges of skin tones basically. So they have translucent light and translucent deep. Obviously you can tell that this one is meant for more darker skin tones, while this one is meant for lighter skin tones. And I like that because I think it's really hard for people who have darker skin tones to find a baking, like a powder for baking or powder for setting, that's not going to leave that white ashy cast or flashback. So I think that they really did try their best and cater to deeper skin tones. And maybe this is really good for deeper skin tones, and if you are someone in that skin tone range, then maybe this is like the bomb, because like finally like another makeup brand is kind of, you know, opening the doors a little bit and catering to a wider variety of skin tones. But on the other hand, if you're someone who's on the fairer side and you've tried all other different types of translucent powders that have like that white color to it, maybe you'll feel the same way I do. So I obviously tried the translucent light powder. I have one thing to complain about. First of all, at first the packaging seemed like it was really cool because it has like a sifter, but it's one of those that you have to open, and I really don't know how to dispense the product out without it getting messy, and like with trying to get enough powder out, you know, for baking. And it does recommend that you use this for baking, but I tried it for baking, and honestly I'm just not sold on it. Also, you only get 0.35 ounces. You don't even get a full ounce like the Laura Mercier. So with that being said, the price point of the CoverFX powder is a lot more expensive than the RCMA powder that I have been using. And I talked about I've talked about it a few times already, but you can get the RCMA translucent powder for like 10 bucks and you get 3 ounces of it. The only downfall is it has that one shade, that one color, which is translucent, but you know, translucent is sometimes not as universal as it claims to be. And then with this powder, again, I just don't like that it's at a higher price point, you get less product, and at the same time, it doesn't do anything special, at least for me. So for me, I would still purchase the KatEyedTv powder or the RCMA powder. So unfortunately, I wasn't sold on this like at all. That, you guys, wraps up this video, an edition of Kat's Katch. I hope I was able to give you a few new product recommendations, or also maybe help you sort through whether or not you should buy anything that I just talked about. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully it'll be another glam Christmas tutorial, because I really want to do one. Or New Year's maybe. We'll see. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.